Hey guys, this is Kit, and today we're going to be doing a DmC Devil May Cry cat makeup tutorial. This is my first makeup tutorial, so I'm going to be making a few mistakes, switching and fixing my cameras a lot, so let's get started. At this point, I've already washed my face, put on my wig cap, and put in my contacts. I've also taken care to prime my face, put on my concealer, put on liquid foundation, and top it all off with powder foundation. I'll be uploading a separate video to show you guys how to get that perfect cosplay skin. But for now, we're going to do our eyebrows. I'm using Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Ebony. You want your eyebrows to match your hair color, and because I opted for a black wig, I'm going to be using a dark powder to fill in my eyebrows. Next, you want to apply eyeshadow primer. I'm using Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion, and I'm just going to dab that onto both of my eyelids. Oh, and don't forget to apply to your lower lids too. Next, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and I'm going to take some gray eyeshadow and apply that all over my lid and also a little above the crease to create a base layer. I don't like using black eyeshadow right away just because it can get a little blotchy since the pigment sticks so well to the eyeshadow primer. Next, using a black pencil liner, I'm just going to line my upper lash line in a kind of cat eye shape going into the inner corners of my eyes. We're going to be smudging the liner for a smoky eye, so don't worry about it being perfect. And this is the smudgy part. Next, using that same palette, I'm going to take the black eyeshadow and I'm just going to press that on top of the liner to set it. After that, you'll want to blend the eyeshadow out into a cat-like shape and above the crease. That way we don't have a harsh line. Next, using my black pencil liner, I'm going to line my upper lash line again to further define my eyes. Take some more of the black eyeshadow and press that onto your liner to set it. Next, I'm going to take this vanilla eyeshadow and pat that on top of my brow bone to highlight and to blend away any harsh edges that the black eyeshadow may have created. This is also going to highlight our brow bone. Now we're going to line our lower lash line. This is going to be a good time for you to manipulate your eye shape. So to make mine more like cats, I'm going to be lining the inner corners of my eyes as well as the outer areas of my eyes. Now we're going to take the same black eyeshadow that we used on our upper lids and we're going to press that onto the eyeliner to set it and smudge it just a little bit. Then we're going to curl our eyelashes because that's super important, and use mascara on our eyes. For this, I'm just using a waterproof Maybelline mascara because you don't want it to get gross during the con. Alright, so this is also the part where I would normally put my false lashes on, but I'm kind of too lazy to, so this is just what it's going to look like, I guess, when you decide to put them on. So you can't really tell because my camera is so bad, but believe me, they're there, and they really do make a difference for conventions or photo shoots. And now's the fun part, because we get to contour with our bronzer. Normally, I like to use the brush that came with it, because it's like nice and chiseled, but it fell in the toilet when I was at AX, so we're not going to use that because I haven't washed it. So we're just going to use a normal bronzing or blush brush. And because Kat's cheekbones are slightly higher than mine, I usually like to go like a little bit above where I should be, which is under her cheekbones. And then we're going to put some more of that stuff around our hairline, temples, that kind of stuff. Now it's time for blush! Yay! Kat has a very flushed face, so I like to use a peach blush from Tarte. I'm not sure what the exact name of it is, but you're just going to apply that on your cheeks and blend that out. You're also going to take some of that blush and apply it on your nose because Kat has a very adorable, like, she just looks like she came out of the cold. And you can see it does make a difference, so yay. That part always ties it together for me. I don't have a real highlighter, so I like to use an eyeshadow that's kind of satiny and shimmery, and it doesn't really have like big sparkle particles, and it's also from Tarte. And we're going to take that eyeshadow, we're going to put it on top of our cheekbones, and it's going to help reflect light when you take photos and just in the sun in general. Now for freckles! Yay! This is one of my favorite parts. we're gonna just use cheapo eyebrow pencils because they work really well, and we're gonna go with dark brown. So the way that freckles work is they tend to show up in the places that you get a lot of sun on, and the key to making fake freckles is the juxtaposition of shapes. Some of them are more clumped up with each other, some of them are small and like individual, and you just really want it to look as random as possible, because if it looks too symmetrical, then it's not going to look realistic. So after you're done dotting your face, you're going to want to start dabbing the freckles, and you're going to need a tissue for this, because after you dab, you're going to want to wipe it on the tissue because some of the makeup's going to pick up and it's just going to make a giant mess on your face. So it's really important that you have a tissue on hand so it doesn't get messy. Now you're going to take your black eyebrow pencil and you're going to use it to create a smaller amount of freckles on your face. And I like to use black after the dark brown because it just gives it a more defined look. It defines certain freckles, I guess I should say. And you're going to do the same dabbing technique with the tissue paper just to blend that out. If you feel like you haven't created enough freckles, or if you feel like they're not going to show up on camera, feel free to add more using dark brown or black. It just really depends on your taste at this point. I like to go for more exaggerated, defined freckle look just because I've found that it tends to show up a lot better on camera than the super realistic freckles that I created initially. And you can see that this is the end result. Now we're going to go back to our bronzer because in the areas that your freckles tend to show up, it tends to be more tan because that's where you catch sun. So we're just going to take that bronzer and we're going to dust it across the bridge of our nose where we see a lot of freckles forming. So after you're done doing that, you're going to take your powder and you're just going to dust it onto the areas that you put makeup on so that you can blend it more with your skin. And this is just going to help make everything look more realistic. So this is what we have so far. We're going to use concealer to blend away our original lip color and give us a good base for our lipstick. I'm just using Makeup Forever's full coverage concealer to do this. After that, you're going to take your lip liner and you're just going to use that to manipulate your lip shape. So you're going to be drawing outside of the lines and making it look more like Kat's because she has ginormous lips. You're going to want to have reference on hand for her lip shape, and you're going to take into account your lip shape and you're just going to figure out how to do that on your own because everyone's lip shape is different. So that's what I'm doing right now. I like to go with a lip liner that's slightly darker than the lipstick that I use. And right now in the video I'm using a peachy pink lipstick color, which is fine. But I found a lipstick that I like better for Kat recently, and that's MAC's Taupe. That's T-A-U-P-E. So I would check that out if you are interested. And this lighting is super terrible, so you can't really see it, but the lips do make a difference. Next, you're going to do the blue star on her forehead, and for that I'm just using a blue Urban Decay liquid liner because I find that it's a lot better defined than using a pencil, and it tends to stay on a lot better, especially in that area. My forehead tends to get more shiny, and I've found that this liquid liner does not come off all day during the con, so it's pretty amazing. You're definitely going to want to practice this in front of a mirror before the con because you kind of have to get it right the first time. And then you're going to add that blue tattoo dot right under her left eye. Now you finally get to put your wig on and tie everything together. So fix that up, put on your necklaces, and oh no, something's missing. Oh, it's your jacket. Alright, so you're going to want to flip your hood up and look at you, your cat.
Can't stay awake, burning alive. I cannot breathe this poison air filled with lies. I cannot see what's done to me. Live in fear, the sun is falling from the sky. Can't stay awake.
Oh my god. Am I in limbo?